The truth is nowadays men are doing so many things that are killing their testosterone. It's why men's testosterone levels are getting lower and lower and lower every single year, year on year, and they have halved since the 1970s. Men's testosterone used to be naturally high, and that's no longer true. We have to do these things and take proactive actions to get ourselves to a decent testosterone level or a very good testosterone level, which most guys do if they do the right thing. These are 5 things you need to stop doing that are killing your testosterone. Number 1 is sleeping in late. Obviously, there are exceptions if you are a night shift worker, because I seem to say this and then people get triggered because they work shifts. I understand, obviously that isn't healthy or ideal, but if you're just sleeping into anything after 9 a.m. or even, in my eyes, anything after 8 a.m. is sleeping in, and that might sound mental to some people, but when you start to fix your sleep schedule, you understand that there is no need to be awake past 7 to 8 a.m. And the reason being because you shouldn't be going to bed. Again, if you're not working late, you should not be going to bed past 11 p.m. because our body runs off the day and night cycle and something called our circadian rhythm. So certain chemicals and certain hormones are released usually around certain time. If we're not going to bed within a prime window or between 8:30 and 11, and we're not waking up between 5 and 7, we're missing out on the opportunity to allow our body to produce growth hormone, produce testosterone, align our hunger hormones and our stress hormones so we can actually perform at an optimal level. So sleeping in late is very, very unnecessary in my eyes from a testosterone standpoint, and it also leads to this second habit, which is not good for our testosterone and our general life as well, is as soon as you wake up, you go straight on your phone. This is not a good thing at all, especially if you're still in bed. The last thing you want to be doing is, because all this is stimulation. You do not want to be waking up when your brain is in a nice, relaxed state and going on your phone and stimulating your mind and getting cheap dopamine straight away. I used to do this when I was younger. I used to wake up, I'd scroll social media. It is not good whatsoever. Why does this kill testosterone? Because it's sort of an indirect thing. Stimulation makes effort harder because you're instantly giving your brain dopamine. There are 2 ways you can get dopamine. Effort, which is the way we want to be doing it, and like novelty and like quick stimulation. This would be like watching bad websites, scrolling, eating sugar, stuff like that. Effort would be like gym, doing something in your business, hard work that makes you feel good. The effort should feel good. This is not what we want at all. And by doing this, it makes us not want to put any effort in whatsoever. It makes effort feel like shit. It's not what we want to be doing. Don't wake up and go on your phone. Wait at least 30 minutes before you do that. Have your cold shower, hydrate, do some other things you need to do. Go on a walk, get some sun on your skin and in your eyes. Do all of this, prime your body, get that dopamine from putting the morning effort in, and then look at your phone to do whatever you need to do. I don't scroll at all, really. My phone is for work only, to be honest, and if you can do that, it's much better. Fuck phones. They're poison if you don't use them right. They're not good for our minds and our effort, and obviously, therefore, our testosterone whatsoever. Number 3 is a massive one, directly affects testosterone, is vitamin D deficiency. This is associated with so many issues, especially in the UK in winter. I bang on about it all the time. People don't do it. They don't take vitamin D throughout the winter. And in the UK, we get no sun whatsoever. This causes things like seasonal depression, even things like anxiety. There's some links to like ADHD. There's some, obviously, you cannot be deficient in vitamin D and have high testosterone. You will have low testosterone if you're vitamin D deficient. What can we do? If we live in the sun, obviously get sun, that's going to be the best source of vitamin D, and there's so many other health benefits as well. And you do that it depends on your skin color. Like the paler you are, the less time you'll need in the sun because you actually absorb vitamin D quicker. It can be anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes of midday sun a day. Obviously, if you're really pale, go close to 30. If you're really dark, in summer, I'm very, very dark. I can do 90 minutes, even 2 hours in the sun, and that's what works for me. But like me, I currently supplement. I get no vitamin D from the sun because there's none. We can't get any in winter. I do 12,000 IUs with 300 micrograms of K2, and that's a supplement. Because, and I take this with like a fatty meal in the morning, it is so important. If I don't do this, it will single-handedly tank my testosterone. It's directly involved in the production of testosterone, and without it, your testosterone levels are going to tank. The supplement, I get like a year's supply, and it costs me £10. What is that? What is that for an investment compared to being deficient and getting low testosterone? It's not what we want at all. Fix your vitamin D deficiency. That is a massive one. Number 4 is chronic cardio. This is a mistake a lot of guys can make, especially older guys when they start to they want to get fit and get in shape, which is great. But then they'll like go out like jogging every single day. And this is coming from a runner, not as much as I used to, but in the last year, I've done 7 marathons and an ultra marathon. So I can say that I am a runner, but I have really dropped the marathon training because, so when you run, you're elevating your cortisol, but the problem is it stays chronically elevated, especially when you're doing runs over an hour. It is going to become a problem. And there has been studies that analyze men who had been running every single day for the past 10 years. They had less than 50% the testosterone levels of men who didn't. This needs to be kept to a minimum, and you want to be doing cardio 2 to 3 times a week, and walking 10,000 steps a day is going to be much better. And obviously getting your heart rate up maybe twice a week is going to be much, much better for your testosterone levels than if you're like banging zone 3, zone 4, zone 5 cardio like 5, 6, 7 days a week, because that is going to just ramp up your cortisol and kill your testosterone. And it sort of brings me on to my final point, because it's just a advanced version of what I just said, is you're a cortisol maxer. This is a massive one for your overall health, but especially your testosterone, because cortisol is the stress hormone, the primary stress hormone. And when this is up, testosterone is down. It sort of puts a ceiling on testosterone. You can't really be chronically stressed and have chronically high cortisol with high testosterone as well. It's going to put a cap on it. And people are so stressed nowadays because they're not getting proper sleep. They're under fluorescent lights, working 50 hours a week. It's awful. We need to walk more. Walk, you get sun. You can obviously make sure you're not in a massive calorie deficit. You can eat carbs as well, because if you're doing zero carb and you're in a massive deficit, this is just stress on the body again. You can meditate, and sleep is a massive one as well. If you're getting awful sleep, your cortisol is naturally just going to be really high. And you have to keep cortisol low, because if you don't, you're going to experience many, many problems in life. Your testosterone is going to tank. And really, these are 5 things that are making quite a massive impact on your testosterone levels and your overall quality of life. So if you fix these, you can start your journey to naturally increasing your testosterone. And maybe you're already on it, but if you want to just 10x your progress to actually getting high testosterone and let it take 2 to 3 months instead of 6 months, go and check out the High Testosterone Blueprint. Or if you really just want to work with me one-to-one, I can guarantee you to get high test in less than 3 months. But apart from that, go check that out in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.